So let's go ahead and look at some more stereotypes about Asia. Now, Asia is a continent that fascinates many. Asia is also a continent which is stereotyped lots as well. So let's say we break some down. Starting out with Russia. Now, before I have anyone commenting that Russia is European, it lies within both Europe and Asia. Also, 78% of it is Asian territory. And there are actually a few stereotypes which we shall cover about Russia. The first one being is that everyone drinks vodka. Now, I was researching this and was hoping it would be a false claim, but you actually would be surprised. Vodka is the most drunk beverage in Russia, and it's among one of the highest vodka consumptions by country. So even though vodka is popular here, not everyone drinks it. Also, did you know that vodka was banned in Russia in 1914? Believe it or not, but it's true. The second one for Russia being that everyone there is a communist. Now, during the Joseph Stalin era of Russian history, communism was the state ideology, and you could get in serious trouble for opposing otherwise. However, this is not the case for the entire nation today. Let's look at some names in Russia. Apparently, Ivan is the most popular Russian name for boys, and Natalia, which is the Russian version of Natasha, is the most popular for girls. Now, would I surprise you if I said that Ivan is not a popular name in Russia at all? It's actually more common in Bulgaria than in Russia. The top 3 most popular names in Russia are Alexander, Sergei, and Dmitry. The top 3 for girls are Elena, Olga, and then comes Natalia, Natasha. Now let's move on to our next country in Asia, North Korea. A misleading bit of information is that North Koreans are extremely uneducated. North Korea has been a country which has not been known for its education. But get this, according to the North Korean government, the literacy rate for everyone aged 15 and older is apparently 100%. I mean, I don't know if I believe this, but what do you guys think? The next expectation is that doing anything in North Korea will get you jailed. And the reality is there are some weird laws in North Korea. So some things you might consider normal are illegal here, such as smiling on the 8th of July, as it is the day which their former leader died. It is illegal to wear jeans here. Women wearing skirts must cover the knees and don't even start on bikinis. Here it's also illegal to call someone outside of this country. In 2007, a man who made several international calls was killed. Honestly, there are enough weird laws to make a full-length video on. These were just a few though. Our final myth from North Korea is that there is nothing good there. All we hear about North Korea is negative things, and North Korea has been often portrayed as a negative country. But there are actually some good things about North Korea, such as the fact that it has a low obesity rate, it has low greenhouse gas emissions, low carbon footprints, and a low crime rate, which is kind of surprising considering some of the laws. But I'm guessing they're told about the punishments in schools. Now let's move on to another country. Let's go to Thailand. Now lots of stereotypes exist regarding Thailand, but let's just cover a few Thai stereotypes. The first one being that with Thailand being a poor country, you'll have a strong chance of getting extremely sick from the ice. But no, this is not true. All of the ice is made from fresh water, and the chances of you getting sick from the ice are extremely close to zero. Another myth is that Thailand is an extremely poor country. Now yes, it is a developing country with lots of poverty and low wages, but people in Thailand don't take the elephant to work. However, Thailand is developing every second of every day, and things are getting improved constantly. Now, the next belief is that all Thai food is spicy. But in reality, most traditional Thai dishes are usually mild, like noodle soups, pad Thai, and fried rice. But there are some spicy dishes in the Thai cuisine, such as som tam, tom yam goong, and nam tok. However, not all Thai food is spicy, at least not the most popular dishes. The next one is that you're kind of screwed if you don't know how to use chopsticks. Now, the chopsticks are kind of a stereotype for Asia in general, but Thailand does get stereotyped pretty heavily for it. But no, it's fine if you don't know how to use chopsticks. Most people in Thailand prefer to eat with spoons and forks anyway. They only really use chopsticks for noodle dishes. And the final Thai claim, everyone there is a Buddhist. This is actually true, as Buddhism is the main religion practiced by over 94% of Thailand's population. Here, the expectation is even with the reality. Just wanted to tell you this fact. Now, let's look at a different part of the continent, Saudi Arabia. Now, the first judgment we'll look at is that women in Saudi Arabia can't think for themselves. Sadly, Saudi Arabia has been known to discriminate women heavily. But this does not mean that they can't think for themselves. They're just constricted when it comes to certain things. Next stop on our stereotype journey, that every Saudi Arabian is extremely religious. Most Saudis do adhere to Islam and try to follow their life as much as their God depicts them to. But just know, if someone there is a different religion, it's no big deal. They're just as any other human being. Next, we'll look at every Saudi Arabian rides camels and resides in a desert. Now, there are deserts in Saudi Arabia, and there are camels as well. But unlike the movies depict the Middle East as one big desert filled with camels, over 85% lives within an urban or within a somewhat urban area. The second last hearsay which we'll investigate is that all Saudis are poor and live off of oil money. Now, everyone who has visited Saudi Arabia has probably visited a big city such as Riyadh, Mecca, or Jeddah, for example. But Saudi Arabia does have a massive poverty problem. A quarter of all Saudi Arabians do live below the poverty line. And if they try and address this problem, there will be repercussions. Take these three guys who tried to expose the poverty in Saudi Arabia. In 2011, their plan was found out and they were jailed. The last one, which we'll look at, women can't divorce their husbands in Saudi Arabia. Well, yes, they can. But it is a lot harder than the man doing the divorce because of the inequality problem mentioned earlier. Now let's move on to another different country, Turkey. The first belief is that it is a very conservative country in terms of politics. While it may be true that Turkey is a Muslim country, with lots of conservatives, there are also lots of liberals. Areas like Fatih and Izmir are extremely popular in terms of liberals. Now let's look at food. This is an advance apology for hungry viewers right now. But according to people, the Turkish cuisine consists of kebab and nothing else. Now this might be one of the most offensive stereotypes that you can give Turkish people, as Turkish cuisine has lots of multi-tenuous dishes. I'd advise you not to look at this next bit if you're hungry, as there will be pictures of food. But some more Turkish foods other than kebabs are baklava, pilav, mez, lahmacun, and börek. The next assumption is that all Turkish people ride camels. This is quite a wild stereotype, but quite a popular one. But let's be real here, this is ridiculous. It's almost as stupid as saying Australians ride kangaroos. There are some camels in Turkey, however, they're not occupied by humans 24/7. And finally, we reached the last stereotype of the video, and it's that apparently Turkish men are allowed an infinite number of wives. But in fact, polygamy is illegal in Turkey and can be punished via a prison sentence. And that wraps up the Asian chapter of this series. If you're enjoying this series, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Next time we're investigating the continent of Europe. So, are there any stereotypes you'd like to see broken down in particular? Let us know in the comments. But until then, thanks for watching, and see you in the next of Earth Basics.